Greetings, my rare hunters! It is I, MariK! Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super deck profile. Now, I know Set 3 is just a few days away from release, but we had our last Dragon Ball Super Set 2 tournament over this past weekend, and last night we actually took first place with it again. Third time getting first place with androids, fourth time getting top 2 with androids. The reason I decided to do a deck profile on this, even though we do have the new set coming out, is because we ran some unconventional things in this particular build that I threw together right before the tournament, because I actually had most of my stuff taken apart, ready to playtest for Set 3, and I got roped into a tournament and got garbage promos for it. Not really so much that we got garbage promos, we just didn't get a single fucking holo. But hey, anyways. So we went ahead, we went with Android 17. You guys are sleeping hard on 17 if you don't think this is one of the best decks out there. And that's not just me being biased, I think that this deck is just really fantastic. But let's just jump right into it. This being a green-blue build, you can kind of expect to see what a lot of the cards are going to be. We ran 4 energy boosted Majin Buu. It's a good one drop. You get the free draw with it. It was pretty easy to fit that in there, and if I don't feel like I need it, it's blue energy for some of the other cards we run. We run 4 Terrible Creator Android 20, just because being able to search anything, get that free plus, why not? We'll also be swapping out 4 of these for the new one-drop Dr. Gero starting this weekend. 2-time Patrol Trunks, because getting that extra search, that extra +1 is really good. And then we've got the main focus of the deck, 4 Twin Sister Android 18, and 4 Twin Brother Android 17. We actually used the twin combo a couple times during the tournament. Just a lovely combo when you can just keep attacking. It's going to be so much better with the crit Android 17 and 18 in Set 3. And then my favorite card in the set, of course, 4 Chilling Terror Android 17. Still probably my favorite promo and definitely one of the best looking foils in the entire game. I still think it's going to be a great card for Set 3. There are only a few leaders that don't draw when they awaken, so I'm going to continue to main deck 4 of them, and then I'll side them out if I'm playing against a leader that untaps energy instead of drawing 2 cards. Our main attacker, our main endgame boss, Exterminating Energy Android 18, she's just phenomenal. That auto that makes you discard before you can even do anything to try and combo out of my attacks is just phenomenal, and it forces you to play a negate if you don't want to discard that negate. She gets the 5,000 boost when the leader's at 4 or less life, and you can reset her with the Twin Brother Android 17, which we did kind of frequently. We only run 2 Exterminating Energy Android 17. Not a bad card, but more or less he just gets played as energy. But he is still a good card if you find yourself low on cards. Probably could have used him against Brawly, but I never really saw him much. Now, one of the crazy cards that we decided to run in this deck that turned out really well for this tournament was we ran 4 Whis the Sacred Guards main decked. The fact that he cannot be killed by any card effects is amazing. And he's a 20k blocker, which is really good too. Boosts him up with a combo or 2, and he's stopping all of your opponent's attacks. Really, really came in clutch, especially playing against Brawly. Our other main force in this deck, we run 2 Growing Evil Lifeform Cell, 2 Evolving Evil Lifeform Cell, and 2 Perfect Force Cell. Now we only run 2 because Cell wasn't the focus of the deck, but Cell is such a nice combo, just going from one to the other to perfect cell, and then making your opponent dump their hand down to 3 is just, it's too hard to pass up, and considering I can do it consistently on turn 3, it's just, it's so easy. Now the downside to only running 2 of them is that some of them end up in your life, some of them you end up drawing into. I had that happen a couple times, and I thought I was going to lose because of it, but luckily I pulled out of it. 4 Trunks, Protector of Children. It's your super combo. There's no reason not to run it. Those will be replaced with Android 16s very shortly. 4 Senzu Beans, still one of the best extra cards in the deck. Since I will be switching to Mono Blue, I will not be running those, nor will I be running the 4 Whis' Coercions I have now. Those will end up being the Speedy Trick Attack, or whatever the Android negate card is called. Now, round 1 we ended up playing against a Brawly player. He was running, like, Mono Green Brawly. He might have had a couple blue cards in there. I believe he did. Didn't really phase us too much. Having both of our perfect cells in our life, game 2 really fucked us up. I thought that was going to cost us the game, but we managed to pull out of it. And then round 2, we played against a Beerus player. Now the funny part about playing against that is Beerus' ability says when you're at 3 or more energy and he attacks, you can KO opponent's battle card 2 or more energy. And he thought that that would work on Android 17 and 18 because they are reduced by 1 thanks to the leader. But that's only in the hand. So on the field, there's still 3 drops. So until he could awaken, he couldn't even touch the 3 drops. And then the final round, we ended up playing against Brawly again. It's a good friend of ours that we usually meet in top 2. Me and Courtney usually go head-to-head quite a bit. Sometimes I take it, sometimes he takes it. But it's all in good fun. It gets really heated. He actually comboed up to like 70,000 to try and kill me one turn, and I just barely managed to make it out with 75,000, and I managed to use that to be able to KO him. I actually played the 2-drop Giro. What's crazy is he attacked me with Brawly, and Brawly's ability kicked in. I chose to actually discard my negate because I didn't want to choose the negate, because if I played it, then I have to discard my last card, which was actually an Android 20. And so I had 5 energy, I had that, he had 2 life, he had no cards in hand, no anything on the field to stop me. So my thought process was draw, charge whatever I draw, play Giro, have him search me out the 5-drop 18, play her, swing for game, double strike. There was nothing to do to stop it. And that's one of the reasons I really love that Android 18, because she's just so damn good. Now side deck's a little weird, might be a little janky to some of you guys, but we side an extra 1 of each of the cell cards, just in case we feel like we need the cell. The opponent has too much card advantage, and we feel like we need to get them out a little more. It gives us more options to have them in the main deck, as well as allowing us to see the 3-drop cell a little more often. And then we side deck 2 Mass Saiyans. It's a great card for field control, wiping out your opponent's board. Really nice. We didn't end up using it, mainly because Brawly just was blowing up our shit, blowing up their own shit. It was just kind of wasn't really needed. We side deck 2 Iron Hammer of Justice Android 16. We actually used to main deck these, and we took them out for the Whis because for some reason I thought the Whis would be better with all the destruction going around. And I thought if I needed another blocker, him being a revenge blocker, he'd be great to have in the deck, but I didn't end up putting him in. The other 2 cards I took out, we decided to side deck as well. King Vegeta's Surprise Attack. The fact that it gives your battle card not only 10,000 power, but also gives them revenge as well. I could just combo it onto one of my androids that's in rest mode that they're trying to kill, live the attack, and kill them because of revenge. So I think King Vegeta's Surprise Attack is a really good card, and I think it gets slept on pretty hard by most of the community. Being that we run blue in the deck too, we decided to side deck 2 Mafubas. Really works well for those cards that can't be destroyed, such as that 4-drop Whis, or even like Zamasu. There was a Zamasu player there, he's pretty much much always there playing Zamasu. So Mafuba works really well against that. And then for more of a defensive role, we side deck 4 Ultimate Judgment Jocko if I feel like the deck is aggro and like really combo heavy. We didn't end up playing against any aggro, although I do know that they were there. I just didn't end up getting matched up with them, and Jocko is a pretty good counter against them. I had 4 extra slots, so I figured why not? Let's just put all 4 of them in there, and it would have worked out well. I just didn't end up needing them during that tournament. Alright, so there you have it. I know this one was a little bit shorter, but being that I've already done an Android deck profile, although that was a while ago. That was actually before the black cards even came out, so it was before we even got the Time Patrol Trunks, the Mass Saiyan. But I really love Androids. I think this is a fantastic deck. It's going to get even better once Set 3 comes out this coming weekend. And I'm looking forward to doing another deck profile once we take locals with that as well. But if you guys enjoyed this deck profile, or if you're looking forward to more Dragon Ball content, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button for us as well. You know, we appreciate all the support we've been getting, a lot of it because of this game. You guys have had a lot of nice things to say about the deck profiles. I've helped a lot of you with decks, helped subscribers with them, sat there and discussed like long conversations about different decks, what works well for them, how to counter them, just a lot of stuff in general. And I'm looking forward to having more interaction with you guys for Set 3. We will be doing a case opening video for that this weekend as well. Hopefully we get our case by Saturday. We'll do the unboxing video Sunday morning before the tournament, put our decks together, and then I'll probably have that video up later Sunday night, if not Monday morning, depending on if I also have a deck profile to do if we play well. But we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here now, and we'll see you guys in another video.